What is going on, you dirty sons of bitches? It is your boy Aaron. Today I'm going to be showing you or teaching you what recursion is. Now, for those of you guys that don't program, I'm going to be very simple with it. Although I'm not going to explain what I'm doing in my IDE, I'm going to explain to you what it is kind of and demonstrate an example. Now, in my IDE I've got a little test class set up. I'm going to run a little example of recursion here. However, in essence, recursion is essentially when a function calls itself. Really and truly, that's just it. Now, how we're going to do it in this example is I'm going to iterate over all files in this test directory, which I made a bunch of fake files in. I've made some directories, including subdirectories, etc. And we're going to hopefully iterate through every single one of these directories and files and get essentially a rough idea of what this directory contains, or an exact idea of what this directory contains, I guess. So let's go ahead and make this. So over here I've got my directory string, which is for the test directory. Now inside of my function, I'm going to quickly create the code that's going to iterate over this directory by starting off by making a file object. And we're going to name this directory equals new file directory. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a string array. So we're going to name this, let's do final string array contents equals directory equals a directory.list. And now what this will do is it essentially returns a string array of all files that are located there. I believe we should be able to call list files, and that will give us a file array. Actually, let's do a file array. That seems more consistent. Now, what this is going to do is essentially return us these files without their subcontents. So it's going to return us test1, ThatDevAaron Twitter, poo, and ThatDevAaron.txt. Now, it's not going to give us the subcontents because it only shows us in this directory, not in directories inside of this directory. So we're going to make it show us all files. By doing this, we're going to use something called recursion, so that for every directory in our iteration, we're going to recall this function to then list the content in that directory for every directory that we see, and it's going to do the same for all the subdirectories. Now I'll show you exactly how this is going to work. So we're going to do for file, and then we're going to iterate over contents. Now inside of here, we're going to essentially type in system.out.println file dot get name. Actually, let's do get absolute path so we can get the whole path for it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do if let's put this down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create an if statement at the first line of the loop, and we're going to name this if file is directory. Then we want to do what's inside of here, and then continue throughout the array. We're going to do continue. Now inside of here, you may think, what we're doing here now? We're simply calling the function again with our file.getAbsolutePath, and there we go. This is essentially it. It's going to return us every single file in our folder. So let's go ahead and start by calling the list function with that, and this should list us every single file in here. Now in total we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 files including all the directories. So this should return us a result of 9. So let's run this and see what happens. As you guys can see, this returned us all the files, but it didn't actually return us the directory names. So let's quickly change that. I'm just going to remove this continue statement so that it does return us all the file names as well. I forgot about that. I wouldn't do that. Okay, let's do it again. We should get everything now. There we go. That is all of them. I'm not going to bother counting them. I'm assuming it's all of them. I'm just going to very much assume it's all of them, okay? And that's essentially iteration. Or not iteration, but recursion. Now, if we actually do something even more special, we do this, we can see how many times this function is actually called. We can do listing files in, and then we can do the directory. And we can also make it sleep so that we can see it in action, essentially. No. Excuse me. Let's make it sleep for 2 seconds, and then let's just I don't care about the damn exceptions. I am pro programmer. I don't care. Okay, let's continue this, and we should get see all the iterations. Oh fuck me. Okay, fucking bitch. Oh my gosh. Exception. Okay, now this should do what we want it to do now, and you'll see it calling the function 3 times or 4 times at least. So 1, 2. It's gonna call it for every directory. 3, 4, and then should be. Yep. And then there's 5 over here as well. But yeah, these are essentially all of our directories essentially, and it's also listing the times that it's calling it's recurring essentially. It's recurring the function, and that's really it. That's literally iteration. Iteration is just something that calls the same function. So you can do this in any kind of way you want. However, this is just a rough example of how you can do recursion, or how a recursion function is actually made. But that's about it, or how recursion in general works. But yeah, anyways, that's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to the damn channel, because if you don't, it hurts my feelings quite a bit. And I'm gonna post more videos. I just can't be asked really at the moment. But yeah, bye guys.